But the reality is the banking system in this country is absolutely antiquated. It doesn't work. It's costly.
Well, I think it's real. It's happening now.
I think 200,000 is not unreasonable.
Eric Trump says they're getting their country back.
Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Paul Atkins says financial markets are moving on chain.
Yeah, and Brad Garlinghouse from XRP and Ripple says he's got a prediction for Bitcoin. Hello there, and welcome back to Shooting the Shit. I'm Damian.
I'm Andy.
And we're just two guys sitting around a table talking about Bitcoin. This is the Satoshi's Hive studio, and we're going to have a lot of fun today talking about Bitcoin. Locking ourselves in at our blockchain height at 941,940, and that is courtesy of TimeChainCalendar.com. If you haven't got the app yet and you're a Bitcoiner, get it, because it's awesome.
It's fun to watch.
It is.
It's
so
fun to watch. Every 10 minutes, ticking along.
That's it.
Yeah. Tons of buying going on right now, and we're going to dive into everything coming up next.
All right, man, here we are. Satoshi's Hive, Lethbridge, Alberta. This is where the magic happens.
The hive's tiny, but it hums like a miner farm. I love it.
Right? We've got the wall lights, the mic, the on-air glow, and from this table, we beam it all out across the planet.
Straight out of the prairies to the world. And at the center of it, bimblebit.com.
Well, there is so much buying going on. I know everyone's talking about the dips and no one's buying. That is so not what is happening right now. And we're going to tear through some of the companies that actually are. Strive right off the top.
Right, Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, they are actively looking at getting more and more and more. Just purchased another 317 Bitcoin to bring them just over 13.5 in total for Bitcoin.
Quite an amount.
Yeah.
Quite an amount for a single entity. Yeah. Absolutely. And the Trump family, backed by American Bitcoining firms, by 399 Bitcoin, 6,899 to date so far.
Yeah, and then there's BlackRock. They just dumped a bunch into Coinbase and picked up another 567 Bitcoin. So, I mean, it's happening. It is happening all over the place.
There's buying going on. People may be selling. They may be getting a little despondent over the prices, but institutions are buying big time.
And there's a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you got to read into that.
Yeah.
And more states and countries are working on Bitcoin reserves all over. Yeah.
It's amazing. North Carolina just induced a bill that's going to allocate 10% of their public funds directly into Bitcoin.
Isn't that something?
That is smart.
I mean, that's one of many states applying Bitcoin in many different ways going on right now.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And our friends down under are no exception.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've just, the Senate just approved a bill officially regulating crypto and Bitcoin in their financial services. So we're seeing it everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool.
And coming up, we've got words from Eric Trump, SEC Chair Paul Atkins, and Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse on his Bitcoin prediction.
I am Mr. Oblivious. Just because I missed out on Bitcoin early doesn't mean you need to. And that ain't no bull.
So off the top of the show, we saw a couple of videos, and it kicked it off with Eric Trump.
It did.
And he is glad that his dad is buying and buying and buying. And he basically says that they're getting their country back.
But the reality is the banking system in this country is absolutely antiquated. It doesn't work. It's costly. It's slow as hell. I would have never been in crypto had we not been debanked and deplatformed by absolutely everyone. If I wasn't getting the letters from Capital One saying, congratulations, 300 of your accounts are gone overnight, believe me, I wouldn't have found this industry. But this is an industry that within a year, everybody's going to be in. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody, every bank, every consumer, because this is just the way of the future. And it's an honor to be part of it. And frankly, I'm glad my father's leading the way on it, because otherwise one of the other countries would get it. And I'm glad I look at the 401ks and I see how much they've gone up. And I'm glad I look at inflation and see how much it's gone down. I'm glad interest rates are going to come down. I mean, we're getting our country back.
So they have the banks to thank for getting the country back, because they've made it so meddlesome that this crypto thing comes along and it's so much easier. No more middleman.
Well,
me, baby.
I know. And so the banks are aware of what's going on right now, and they're just trying to figure out the best way that they could get involved to be a part of the cut, obviously. Something's going on.
The Clarity Act, I mean, there's news all over the place that it is right around the corner to be presented. So we're really excited to see what that means for people. Blockchain, according to the SEC Chair Paul Atkins, says it is already in use.
Well, I think it's real. It's happening now, and you can see it in the growing I mean, I feel growing excitement in the marketplace, and the new ideas that are coming on to us. So, I mean, even in traditional finance, we've already approved money market mutual funds to be tokenized. Bank deposits are coming next very quickly, and so whatever. And obviously, then you have stable coins and the other cryptocurrencies. But I mean, it's here, and even with the traditional securities markets, tokenize them at DTCC and elsewhere. So I'm really excited about the future. I think it's great. The efficiencies and the innovation will be, really great.
We knew it would be.
And it is. It is. I mean, blockchain is being applied. We talked about this. We've been doing this over a year and a half now. And we've talked about that from the beginning. Blockchain is going to be used for all sorts of different applications in the real world. An amazing situation. And the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, is asked about his prediction. Check this out.
What is your price target for Bitcoin? Because Cardano blockchain founder predicted, as I said earlier, 250,000 by year end.
I will predict Bitcoin. I wouldn't predict XRP. It's too close to home. But I think 200,000 is not unreasonable. I think before I've kind of said, 175 around there. I think people underestimate.
So he's being conservative, I think. And
he knows he's being conservative at that rate. He knows it could be a lot higher than that. Yeah.
I just want to touch on the blockchain thing. Everyone is so amazed by the creation of Bitcoin and what it's going to do for all of us in the future and what it's doing now for so many in those countries that have inflation just through the roof. But blockchain, which was basically the grassroots of the ledger for Bitcoin, has also become such an amazing creation.
It has. You know why? Because it's faster and it's cheaper.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait 3 days for a bank to clear something, or you do something on Friday and maybe it's too late. You can't do it till Monday. It's 24/7. So that's the ease of the program. And it is not as expensive as your normal. You'll see soon, someone talked about how it's antiquated, our system, and blockchain fixes that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy, your YYC group is still meeting in Calgary. We just wanted to do a quick correction on the information. So if you are in the Calgary area, you can check this out.
Absolutely. And it's YYCBitcoin.com. I think I said YYC Bitcoin.
It doesn't matter. We've got it right now.
It's YYCBitcoin.com. They're actually having their next meeting coming up very soon, March 24th, Tuesday, March 24th, 6 p.m. at the Derrick Gin, Mill, and Kitchen, 628th Ave Southwest. If you haven't been and you're in the Calgary area, go check them out. They're a fun group of people. And there's 30 people sitting around a table now. So you should check them out if you're in the area. Yeah, for sure.
Go say hi to Andy. Yeah. If you have a special Bitcoin event or anything else you'd like us to talk about, we want to hear from you. Bimbobit.com. Let us know and we'll be sure to get it on the air. Time now to travel into our Bitcoin event calendar.
Toshi Quotes. Episode 9. Being open source means anyone can independently review the code. If it was closed source, nobody could verify the security. I think it's essential for a program of this nature to be open source. Satoshi Nakamoto.
Hey, we really appreciate all the likes, follows, and subscribes. If you like what you see, give us one of those. Make sure you tell your friends. And if you really like what you see, we would love a little contribution on the old QR code here. Don't be afraid to shoot us a couple of sats and it'll go right back into the program, okay? We're going to end off with a couple of last minute tidbits because the news is frantic.
Frantic. We talked about buying all the time. Michael Saylor's at it again. His Saylor tracker bought another 1,033 Bitcoin today.
Yeah.
This guy owns 3.5% of the Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
Of all Bitcoin.
It's pretty amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. We are going to give the last word to our dear friend, our Bitcoin guy, Adam Back. Adam has been in the space for a long time. He is one of the original OGs. And he basically says that dips exist to transfer Bitcoin from the weak hands to the stronger hands. Let's make sure you are a stronger hand. I'm Damian.
I'm Andy.
And we're just two guys sitting around a table shooting the shit about Bitcoin right here on Bimbobit.com.
Cheers, mates.